Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here. So it's time for another franchise ranking video today. And today, guys, I'm going to be ranking another franchise by DreamWorks, and it is none other than Madagascar. So for those of you who are wondering, I'm going to be including all 3 movies of the Madagascar trilogy and also the spin-off about the penguins. And I'll be ranking them in this video. So I'm going to be ranking them from best to worst in my personal opinion, guys. So if you guys don't agree, that's absolutely fine, but please respect my opinion just like I respect yours. Okay, so let's begin the ranking, shall we? So, starting with what is my all-time favourite Madagascar movie that I really do love, and I consider it to be the best one, I'm definitely going to go with Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, released in 2012 and directed by Eric Darnell, Conrad Vernon and Tom McGrath. And I love this movie, guys. I consider it to be my overall 6th favourite DreamWorks movie of all time after Kung Fu Panda 2, Shrek 2, Flushed Away, Megamind and How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is definitely my 6th favourite after those 5. Yeah, absolutely. So what I love about it, well, I love the voice acting, guys. I really do think the cast is really amazing. For example, I love Ben Stiller as Alex the Lion. This is definitely my favourite voice role of Ben Stiller, absolutely. And also Chris Rock as Marty the Zebra. He's very entertaining as the character, my favourite role of Chris Rock. I also do also like David Schwimmer as Melman the Giraffe. He's also entertaining, and I'm keen to check out David in his role in the Friends comedy show one day, hopefully. And I also love Jada Pinkett Smith as Gloria the hippopotamus. She's also very entertaining. This is definitely my favourite voice role of Jada Pinkett Smith. Live action will definitely have to be Niobe in the Matrix is sequels, and also as Fish Mooney in Gotham as well. So definitely really amazing, but in this role, absolutely. I also love Sacha Baron Cohen as King Julian. He's also very funny, entertaining. Sacha Baron Cohen is one of my favourite comedians. He's so funny in the role. I also like Cedric the Entertainer as Maurice, and also Andy Richter as Mort, who are both Eyes and a Mouse Lemur. They're really cool characters, really entertaining, and really fun. And both lemurs. And Tom McGrath, one of the directors who plays Skipper, one of the penguins. And the penguins, in my opinion, guys, are a very great comic relief, who are entertaining, like Skipper, Private, Rico, There's many to name, but they're really funny characters, great comic relief. And when it comes to new characters, guys, I think probably the number one highlight of the movie, guys, would have to be the villain, which is none other than Captain Chantal Dubois, who's the leader of the Animal Control, voiced by Frances McDormand. And I consider this to be my favourite role of Frances McDormand, absolutely, guys. I mean, she's definitely way better in this role, in my opinion, than her role as Charlotte Moon in Transformers Darker Moon, because Dubois was such a great, menacing villain, probably the best villain in this Madagascar franchise, in my opinion, guys, And definitely one of my favourite villains in the overall DreamWorks franchise of all time, Really great villain, in my opinion. And I might probably consider her to be over my 6th favourite villain of all time, after characters like, Lord Shen, and also Fairy Godmother, the Toad, and also Megamind himself, and also Drago. But she's a really phenomenal villain, and Frances McDormand did a great job voicing her. She was pretty scary, and other new characters I also love was I did also like the addition of Jessica Chastain as Gia, who is the loving interest of Alex, and she's a great character. My favourite role of Jessica Chastain, what I've seen of her, definitely better than her role in X-Men Dark Phoenix, in my opinion. I also like the addition of Bryan Cranston as Vitaly, who is a Russian tiger. He was really entertaining as well, and he was really great. But I like Bryan Cranston's voice work as Paul as the lead trying to come in Panda 3 a lot more than this role, maybe, but he's still great in this role as Vitaly. Although my favourite role of him was with Walter White in Breaking Bad, but still, he was great in this role, and and I've already mentioned I did love penguins, and there was other great characters too, and another thing I do also love about this movie is also as well the animation. I think it's at its best in this movie out of the original trilogy, due to technology being advanced, and it's very stunning for 2012, considering this is now going to be a 10-year-old movie, goodness me. The music as well, composed by the legendary Hans Zimmer, one of my favourite composers of all time, was also really amazing. He composed all 3 films of the trilogy. He did a really great job. And the action was also really amazing, and his music definitely flowed so well, especially with his theme for Dubai. It was such a scary theme in my opinion. Yeah, pretty scary music. And in my opinion, guys, as well, this movie definitely had the best ending to the series because it gave the main characters a happy ending where they're working at a circus now and they're happy dancing together, and yeah, and I think it gave them a perfect ending, which is why I'm very glad that a fourth movie got cancelled, because there was going to be a fourth movie in 2018, guys, but it got cancelled, due to DreamWorks being restructured in 2015. So yeah, I'm glad they didn't do a fourth movie in the end because I don't think it was needed in my opinion because this gave a perfect closure, definitely. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, Madagascar works as a trilogy and with all the spin-offs after it. So yeah, and speaking of like music, guys, I do also love the song, the addition in the music soundtrack, which is "I Like to Move It," yeah, which is a very catchy song, guys, really entertaining, and yeah, and they had like 3 different variations of it in this, which was really in this trilogy, and this one was definitely a great one. I really loved it, very insane to listen to, and yeah, very great song, and yeah, I think it became famous due to this trilogy, maybe, guys, or maybe through other ways, but yeah, I definitely learned it from these movies, and yeah, very great song. So guys, if we know what gives me out of 10, I give this movie a flat out 10 out of 10, my favourite of the Madagascar movies. And now on to my second favourite, guys. My second favourite is going to be the spin-off, Penguins of Madagascar, released in 2014. The movie, not the show, because I've not seen the show, guys. And yeah, I'm only doing movies on this ranking, not the shows, okay? So, this was released in 2014, directed by Eric Darnell again, with Simon J. Smith. So yeah, I really love this movie, guys. I think it's a really great movie, and yeah, it's a shame it didn't do well at the US box office, but thankfully it performed on better elsewhere. But yeah, so the good qualities is, again, great voice acting, and the voices of the penguins, Tom McGrath as Skipper, Chris Miller as Kowalski, Christopher Knight as Private, and Rico as well, who was voiced by Conor Vernon in this, instead of John DiMaggio. They all definitely have a chance to shine. They did really well, and they were entertaining. This was definitely their movie, and they shined a lot. I also love the addition of new characters. For example, I love the addition of Benedict Cumberbatch as Classified, who is a wolf, and he was very entertaining in this movie, yeah. One of my favourite voice roles of Benedict, and my favourite voice role of his always will be Smaug in the Hobbit movies, but he was still really great in this role as Classified. And also, I definitely like the addition of Ken Jeong as Short Fuse. He's very entertaining, one of my favourite comedians, and he was great in this movie as Short Fuse. But I think my favourite live-action role of his is probably his role in the Hangover trilogy, to be honest, because he was really funny in that role. But he was still really great in this role, in my opinion. As involved, my favourite role, like I said, is Leslie Chow. So yeah, and I also love the villain, guys, who is called Dave, or Dr. Octavius Brine, who is voiced by John Malkovich. Probably my favourite voice role of John Malkovich. He was very entertaining in the role to watch, and yeah, definitely my favourite roles of him, and I can definitely tell that his human form is based on Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man, and especially because his name is Octavius. Pretty cool. And yeah, I also like how he got an appearance by Werner Herzog as himself, which was pretty cool. Did like that. And we even got a mid-credit scene which connects to Madagascar by featuring King Julian appearing. But yeah, there is unfortunately a bad quality, we'll say, with regards to King Julian, which we'll get to in the bad qualities. But yeah, and also at least also as well, continuing on from the first movie by showing a party from the third movie still happening with a song I Like to Move in the background. But yeah, so on to bad qualities. I don't like how the movie didn't explain how Dave is able to transform from octopus to human. Like, they never exactly explained how he's able to do that at all. It was pretty confusing in my opinion. But yeah, didn't really take away entertainment though, because it was still good. He was still a very entertaining villain. And unfortunately, guys, they did not get Sacha Baron Cohen back as King Julian at the end of the movie, which was a bit of a shame. Like, I was hoping he'd return, but sadly not. He was instead voiced by Danny Jacobs, which was a bit of a shame. And yeah, but at least we got Andy Richter appearing as Morton in the mid-credit scene. But yeah, I do wish Sacha Baron Cohen return, because I don't think anyone can voice King Julian better than him, in my opinion. But yeah, nevertheless, well, guys, this is my second favourite, and I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. And now on to my third favourite. We're going to go back to a trilogy, of course. And my third favourite is going to be Madagascar from 2005, the first movie, directed by Eric Darnell and Tom McGrath. Again, a great movie, guys, and definitely a great start to this franchise. And yes, so on to good qualities. voice acted by the main cast is amazing. So, like, Ben Stiller as Alex, and Chris Rock as Marty, David Schwimmer as Melman, Jada Pinkett Smith as Gloria, Sacha Baron Cohen as King Julian, Cedric the Entertainer as Maurice, Andy Richter as Mort, and of course the cast of Penguins, and yeah, very entertaining in my opinion. And yeah, I also like the addition of Eliza Gabrielle as the Nana as well. She was pretty funny, and yeah, kind of like a small antagonist in my opinion, because she was against the animals at first, yeah, and wanting to chase them, and yeah. And the music by Hans Zimmer was also once again really amazing. He does really beautiful music, and yeah, he composed all 3 films, but he did not compose Penguins of Madagascar because that was Lorne Balfe, yeah. But still, he was great with movie composing music. Hans Zimmer did a great job, and yeah. And also, the story was also pretty good as well. It was really good how they get shipwrecked to Madagascar, which was very exciting in my opinion, and yeah, very intense story, and yeah, it was also really good how they developed Alex's character as well, guys. I did like that as well. The animation in 2005 is also really good, and yeah, for its time, it's very stunning in my opinion. Although some animation may not hold up very well to 2022 standards in my opinion, but it's still really great for its time. Definitely, there's many areas where it does hold up very well in my opinion. And also as well, and of course, introducing the song I Like to Move It in the credits is a very entertaining song, yeah, very catchy. And yeah, however, the bad qualities is, aside from the Nana and also the humans who capture the animals, I wasn't really like, a villain in this movie, really. Like, I was hoping to be like a big main villain, but sadly not. Bit of a shame. And yeah. And also, I also thought the scene where Alex gets tranquilized was pretty questionable because of the way it showed it, how it showed all those weird visions, and also the Candyman song. Like, that was really questionable in my opinion. Like, I'm thinking, are you really going to show, why are you showing this? Like, really? I just thought it was really weird, guys, to be honest. And I also, as well, didn't like how King Louis didn't have very much screen time, because he doesn't appear until they've arrived in Madagascar, which was a bit of a shame. I was hoping he'd have more screen time, but yeah. He was still entertaining thanks to a great performance by Sacha Baron Cohen. And despite what bad qualities, guys, it's my third favourite, and I give it a 9 out of 10. But now, oh god. Now we get on to what is my least favourite of this franchise, guys, and yeah. It's none other than the sequel to this movie, released in 2008, which is Madagascar, Escape to Africa. And this was directed again by Eric Daniel and Tom McGrath, and yeah, now... This movie, compared to other movies in the franchise, in my opinion, guys, is a massive letdown, and we'll get to why. But yeah, not the worst movie of all time, in my opinion, but still, there's many bad qualities I will say about it, but yeah. There is always some good qualities I will say. So good qualities is, the voice acting by the cast is good as the characters, really good acting, in my opinion. Like, Ben Stiller is still great as Alex, and so is Chris Rock as Marty. Although they did something pretty bad with Marty, which I didn't really like in this movie, which we'll get to. David Schwimmer was still good as Melman, and so was Jada Pinkett Smith as Gloria, and Sacha Baron Cohen as King Julian, and Cedric the Entertainer as Maurice, and Andy Richter as Mort. Eliza Gabrielle was returned as Nana, and she was pretty funny in the movie, one of the few funny things about it, in my opinion. And also the Penguins returned as well, pretty entertaining as well. And also as well, animation is also really good for 2008 as well, in my opinion. A bit of a step up from the first movie in terms of improvement, definitely. They definitely really improved it. The music by Hans Zimmer was also great as always. He's a great composer, and and thankfully he did great music which saved the movie, in my opinion. And when it comes to new characters, guys, there's only 2 characters that I like in the movie, which is Alex's parents, who are called Zuba and Flory. And yeah, and Sherry Shepherd voices Flory. She did a great job voicing her. She was really good in the role. And also, as well, the late Bernie Mac, rest in peace, voice Zuba. This is definitely my favourite role of Bernie Mac from what I've seen, yeah. He was entertaining, yeah. This was sadly one of his last film roles before he passed away, so yeah, rest in peace to him, yeah. It was one of the roles that came out after his death, so yeah, rest in peace to him. And yeah, but he still gave a great vocal performance as him in the movie. It's definitely my favourite role of him, absolutely. And however, onto bad qualities, guys. There's many that I can say about a movie which makes it definitely the worst one of the franchise. So yeah. So my biggest bad quality in the movie, guys, is I did not like the villain Makunga. Yeah, Makunga was such a generic, boring villain, and I did not like him at all. And yeah, now guys, I am aware that he's voiced by Alec Baldwin. Yes, I'm very aware of that. But guys, my opinion I've just said about Makunga was formed before the Rust shooting incident, okay? So yeah. So yeah, and then again, but I didn't even like him before the shooting incident because there's a couple of reasons why, being because he called his own daughter Island a pig and she's cut ties with him because of it, because she was so upset. And also because he ordered his own wife to shut up while she was giving birth in hospital while he was on the phone, so yeah. And then, of course, the shooting incident where, he shot someone by accident, but he didn't even check if the gun was safe to use. And in an interview, he said he didn't do it when he clearly pulled the trigger. So, yeah, he lost my respect, guys, and yeah. But when it comes to Makunga, though, separate from Alec Baldwin, he was such a generic, boring villain. And that is on to, another bad quality I will say, guys, because, in my opinion, this movie is literally just a rip-off of The Lion King. It literally just feels like The Lion King, but Madagascar characters replacing them, Like, Makunga, in my opinion, guys, is just a generic knockoff of Scar from The Lion King. Only he's less evil, in my opinion. And yeah, I just didn't like the character at all. And of course, how he wants to become, the alpha lion. So yeah, reminds me a lot of Scar wanting to be the king, And yeah, at least Zuba didn't die like Mufasa did, so yeah. And also, guys, there's also another unlikable character, I will say, guys, which is a new character, which is Moto Moto, who is voiced by Will.i.am. And yeah, Moto, I did like it at first when he first appeared, guys, but when it's revealed that he was using Gloria just because of her size, that really annoyed me, because, he was only interested in her because of her size, and that was it. Didn't even have any proper feelings for her, so yeah, that's why I did not like Moto, guys, how he used her like that. And yeah, that's why, guys, I prefer Will.i.am far more as Pedro in the Rio movies in terms of his voice acting. I like him way more in that role than in this role, definitely. Because Moto was a very annoying character, guys, and yeah. Also, guys, another thing I also didn't like about this was also how they characterised Marty, because despite a great voice performance by Chris Rock, I did not like how they made Marty really selfish, because it's revealed, guys, when they arrive in Africa, that the herd of zebras look and sound exactly the same as Marty, which was also another very stupid thing in my opinion, because, really, zebras aren't clones, they're supposed to be very different and unique, so why are they exactly the same? Really? You think they were clones? And I didn't like how Marty was being selfish, because after Alex got humiliated by being defeated by Tsitsi, who was voiced by Fred Tatasciore, guys, who was actually good in that small role, I didn't like how, after Alex was humiliated, all Marty cared about when he saw him was the fact that he was identical to a zebra. Really, Marty, is that all you care about? You only care about the fact that you look like other zebras, and you're not going to care about your friend who's been humiliated? I'm not buying that. That's just stupid. But yeah, this movie was just so weak, guys, compared to the others, and I consider it to be the worst one. But yeah, but despite this, the voice acting, the music, animation, and Alex's parents were still the good things about a movie, in my opinion. And now, when I look back at it, it's also really satisfying to see Makunga getting defeated by the Nana. It's really satisfying and pretty entertaining to watch, very satisfying, because he's such an annoying character. So yeah, so how to rank this, guys? Well, I'm going to rank this movie a 6 out of 10. So yeah, because I don't like the movie, I consider it to be the worst one. So yeah. So guys, this is me doing my ranking of the Madagascar movies. So first place would be the third movie, Europe's Most Wanted. Second favourite is Penguins of Madagascar. Third favourite is the first movie, Madagascar. And last place, and definitely least place because I don't like it, Escape to Africa. So, drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to on comments how you guys would rank Madagascar movies. Let's hear you guys would rank them. Also, be sure to join the team by pressing subscribe for movies coming in the future. If you'd like to be a member, you can press join with these as all you can in the description. And I'll see you all later.